beautiful city. Good morning. We are going today to learn how to balance or synchronise the starter valves on a VFR800. And before we do this, we need a few things. One, tools. So I have 2 spanners, because that's what I'm going to need. A manometer, which is going to measure my vacuum. A piece of paper. A pen for writing things down with. And some values. But most importantly, we need a warm motorcycle. So before we go any further, we're going to go for a ride. So we'll see you in a minute after we've had the ride. We are back from our ride. So if you saw Saturday's video, you would have seen that ride in Saturday's video, because I'm doing a video inside a video. Now before we carry on, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification button, and leave your comments down below if you agree with what I'm saying, or if you disagree, or whatever your views are. But let's start. So what are starter valves? Well, starter valves are valves that allow my engine to tick over, or any fuel injection engine for that matter, to tick over like so. Now in the manual it actually says that you don't need to touch them or check them unless they've been disturbed. I personally disagree with that. I think it's very good every now and again to check the balance of your starter valves, because it gives you an idea if the engine is running nicely. If it is out of balance, it will run quite lumpy and the vibrations will be all wrong and will damage the engine. The other thing as well is it gives you an idea and just keeps your bike in tip-top condition. Now the other thing with the VFRs in particular, bear in mind this is for a VFR F1, yeah? This is the pre-VTEC version, should I say. One thing that is recommended on the VFRs is to remove the secondary air pulse valve, which I've actually unplugged, so it's not working. So it's a very good idea to check them after you've done that, because it will effectively improve your acceleration and you won't get so much lumpiness at low revs, which I do get quite a bit of lumpiness and hesitation. Now the other thing about starter valves is on a conventional carburettor you have a venturi before what is called a butterfly valve. A butterfly valve is just basically a disc which opens and closes. Now on a conventional carb, in order for it to tick over like this, you have what is called an idle jet, and also the actual butterfly valve is slightly set open so that it can allow air in and out. On a fuel injection model, unfortunately you won't get to see this, which is why I'm trying to explain it, so hopefully you'll understand. On a fuel injection model you don't have a venturi. What you do have is what's called a throttle body, which is basically just a butterfly valve which opens like so and closes. That's all it does, opens, closes. So every time I twist the accelerator it opens and then it closes. Just open, close, open, close. If we didn't have these starter valves, the engine wouldn't idle like so. It would just refuse point blank to idle. So the first thing we need to do, make sure we're at working temperature, and this is getting up to about 89, I mean 90, so that is nice working temperature. Okay, so I'm happy with the temperature. I have got to put my kit in here, because I first thing need to do is remove the seat, like so. That seat's warm. That seat's very warm. Right, next job, I have to get a spanner. Now I have to undo the tank, and luckily they're here. So I've got 2 8mm bolts here and here, and I have a lovely little spanner for this, which is basically just going to fit on here like so, it says, and undo my tank bolts. There's another way to use a spanner if you've never seen it. Once obviously the bolt is undone, you can use it a bit like a screwdriver. So basically all you do is you just fit it over the 2 flat ends and turn it like so to help you take out the bolts. There you go, there's a tip for you. Another tip from the good old Nige-Rider. These should be quite easy to come out. The thing I love about the VFR is you don't have to actually completely take the tank off. It is actually hinged. and it actually swings on a hinge. So once I've got this off, the next thing will be to secure it so that the tank stays upmost whilst I'm working underneath. So both bolts are out. I'll put them somewhere safe, like my pocket, which probably isn't the most safest thing because I keep losing things in my pocket. And then as you can see with the VFR, the tank, oh God, lifts up like so. It's very heavy because it's full of fuel at the moment. So what I'm going to do, and secure tank like so. So basically I've just secured the tank because I need to get access, which I believe is round this side. So I want access to this, and somewhere in here, in there, is good old screws that I need to adjust, which are actually 7mm. So what I need to do is unplug that one, which is number 3, because there's a number 3 written on it, I don't know if you can see. Unplug this one, it says which has got a number 4 written on it, so that's number 4. Hopefully it won't go anywhere. And then around here I should have, this is number 1 and 2 hopefully here. So I'm going to pull that off there, which is number 1, and pull this one, let's see if you can get it, off here, which should be number 2, and it is number 2, and pray they don't go anywhere. Right, now what I need is my little manometer, which is this little device here, and hopefully it will just stick there like so. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 2 are coming this side, and 3 and 4 are going that side. Now I need to join these to these, obviously. So what I need to do is go into my little bag, and hopefully I'll have, this is in here, some way of joining them. So let's pick 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go, we got 4 of these. So what we're going to do, this is number 1. So I'm going to feed that into there like so, and then push that one into there. In fact, I'm going to put this down while I do this because it's a bit silly. Right, try again. Come back, wherever you are. So that's 1. And it should be number 2. There we go. 1, 2, and then we go around the other side. This is number 3. It's going to go into here. And this is number 4. Which is going to go into here. And because I've got to work this side, I really need this around this way round, actually. Because as daft as it sounds, this, all of them there. Now what you'll notice is if I get my spanner on my other camera, okay, so what you'll notice is here we have 1, 2, 3 adjusters. This, unfortunately, is number 1, and you cannot adjust it. And the reason for that is so we've got a base, yeah. So basically, number 1 will be our base reading. Okay, so that's going to be that one there. So number 1 will be our base reading, and everything else will be taken off. Okay, so once you've got everything all set up like so, you're ready to start. You need your piece of paper because you need to measure things. Okay, so namely number 1. This is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Now you will notice that these should all be different values. You see how they're jumping up and down like so. Okay, number 1. Now unfortunately I can't adjust on this. There's no way of adjusting this little shakiness that I've got at the moment. And looking at that, from my experience, that is out of balance. Because number 1 and number 2 should be the same. So what I need to do now is I need to get all of these to measure the same by adjusting these screws here. If you actually watch, you can see they are, sorry about the noise, but you can see they're not balanced very well at all. So basically the revs are just little coughs to clear it out while you adjust it. This is a slow process. You stay where you are, of adjustment. Okay, so that looks like number 4 and number 1 are roughly, oh no, okay, it's taken some time, but I've managed to get them roughly to where I want. So they're about, so the cylinder's 22. So number 1 cylinder, which this is here, is about 22. What I need to do is try and get number 2 a bit closer to the 22, which I think I've done. As I adjust this one also seems to get affected, which I've just noticed. So these 2 actually should be less than this. So we're taking out a 22. These 2 should, this one, number 3 cylinder, should be 2 centimeters, because this is measured in centimeters mercury. It should be 2 centimeters plus or minus half a centimeter below number 1. So if it's 20, so that's 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, so 20, so we're at the 20 mark, the 8 mark, the 10 mark, 12 mark, 14 mark, 16, 18, 20, 22, so this one needs to be around 20, so that's 2 centimeters plus or minus half a centimeter, so that's number 3. So what we're going to do now is adjust that so it kind of fits that, it should be around there. Now I've got to say, I have no idea why they have to be, the 3 and 4 have to be a different value to 1 and 2. I did search on the internet and I couldn't find any information at all. So as you can see, as I adjust this, that one drops. This one needs to be about 10, which is going to be a bit difficult since that's set at 22. So that's about there. So that should be about there. One thing that this is indicating to me, and this is a reason why, hang on, let me turn this off now, because I'm happy with that figure. The one thing I suggest, and this is why I suggest doing this, is because that's telling me that there's something not right somewhere, because I've got a lot of fluctuation. So I've either got an air leak going into my air system, or there's another problem somewhere else which I need to look at, which is why I strongly suggest that you invest in a manometer like this, and check your synchronization every now and again, because it's a good idea and a good way of actually indicating whether there's a problem or not. I will come back to this at another time once I've investigated more into what could be causing the fluctuation. But I hope you understand the process that I've just gone through and what I've been explaining. I hope you understand the reason why I suggest you doing this. And all it's a case of now is just literally putting everything up. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below, and I'm quite happy to answer any questions you want. I'll link some carb tubes or manometers onto the links or in the description below, and I'll try and put as much information as I can. I'm not sure, personally, I've got to say, I'm not totally happy with the results I've got, but I think that's because I've got another problem somewhere else which I need to look into. So that's why I'm going to leave the video here, because obviously it's going to take more time, and the whole purpose with this was to go through the synchronization of the starter valves. So I hope you understand the principle that I've gone through, and I hope you understand the reason why I'm ending the video now. When I found out what the problem is, I will come back to you and I will do this again, so there will be a follow-up video of this video. So all that I need to do now is just literally put the things back together again, which is quite simple. And I will catch you on Saturday with another video. Thank you very much. Don't forget, comments in the comment section, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. And catch me on social media. Ciao for now. Bye.